Shocks and surprises were in abundance in a low-budget thriller called Together, though after a while the surprises were ditched in favour of some pretty confronting visuals. Mind you can't say you weren't warned. The poster sees a young couple kissing, but having difficulty separating afterwards. Together, get it?
I love you.
Now, I have to say that body horror is my least favourite kind, the sort of film I generally watch through barely parted fingers, if at all. But it's clearly got an audience, even if it's not one you want to spend too much time with.
You know, this could be the beginning.
When you roll over, then you're on my hair.
Of something wonderful.
Tim.
All right, let's meet the gang. Writer-director is a deceptively harmless-looking Australian called Michael Shanks. Together is his first feature film. He's made a few shorts and videos before, and it certainly looks, well, it looks revolting, even if it is expertly made.
We spend our lives in search of the other half. If you think you've found that, don't be so quick to let it go.
In front of the camera are two semi-familiar Americans playing young couple Tim and Millie. Dave Franco, James's less stellar brother, has popped up in lots of movies over the years without making much of an impression, for or against. Allison Brie has been in even more movies. She's one of those actresses who you know but just can't quite remember where you've seen her.
I think you should sleep in the spare room tonight.
I agree. We need to keep our distance.
The main thing about Dave and Allison, though, is that in real life they've been married for about 10 years, which is just as well. This is a couple that will soon be required to get very intimate indeed.
The pull, the thirst in your bones. I can't explain it, but we're sick.
Tim and Millie have left the big city and moved out to the country. It looks a bit like Oregon, but most horror films seem to be set in Oregon, all those wet trees. Millie got a job at a rural school while musician Tim is just along for the ride. But is he happy, Millie asks next-door neighbour Jamie.
What's going on?
I don't know. Since the move, Tim and I haven't been on the same page.
Well, frankly, Jamie's the last person I'd be asking anything of. Actor Damon Herriman has already played cult leader Charlie Manson twice now. With that track record, it's pretty clear that things are going to get worse before they get better, if they even do.
Please, do you love each other?
Maybe we're just complacent.
There are lots of references to getting together, and that's not counting the number of times the Turtles' Happy Together gets trotted out. Looking for your better half, being on the same page, previous couples mysteriously going missing. It's the sort of thing you might get if you set AI onto the concept of together to see what it comes up with.
You know, complacency can sometimes simply be so happy together. Harmony.
There's inevitably a so-called rat king. If you don't know what that is, don't ask. And dogs getting too close for comfort before the story of Together truly gets started. Tim and Millie go for a walk in the woods. What if we get lost, wonders Millie. Don't be silly, says Tim, slipping unexpectedly into poetry. Let's go this way. And then they fall down a hole.
I think something's happening to us.
Listen to me. Listen to me. We've got to get out of here.
Well, they get out eventually, but not before sipping something they shouldn't, and later getting up close and intimate, but not in a good way. In fact, they can't seem to stay apart. And there, let's leave them to get on with it, partly because I don't want to spoil your enjoyment of Together, and partly because I don't particularly want to be reminded of it.
Now.
To the credit of Allison, Brie, and to a slightly lesser degree Dave Franco, they give together their best shot. No arch winks at the camera here. And these days horror films are usually treated dead straight. Rather straighter than they need to be, I would have said.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
But among the horror fraternity, that's the point of it. Nothing succeeds like excess, it seems, and the more gasps and screams on the screen, the more indulgent laughs and applause among the audience.
Whiskey for the pain.